born to be free. I was born to be free.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. I'm on the wrong screen. Let me fix that real quick. Oh, baby. Head up on the runway. I am on the wrong screen. There we go. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? Let me check chat, man. Guys. How do I sound? Runway. Straight up on the highway. I've been drinking all night. I don't wanna get in. How do I sound, baby? Chat, good morning. Who's here? Let me check who's in chat, man. Rendell. What's up, my brother? Good morning. Happy Friday. A Wild Rancid. Let's get money. Yes, sir. Last party before Christmas. You already know. How do I sound, guys? Let me know how I sound, chat. Let me know how I sound, chat. Dr. Burritos. Good morning, my brother. How are you, sir? Mohammed Omar. Good morning, bro. The transition to the money song is fire. Yup, your boy did that. Your boy did that. Let's get money, baby. Let's get some money. Rendell's liking the music. Thank you, man. You know what I found? I gotta confess. man. I gotta confess. I found this playlist last night. And then this morning I practiced the straight up on the runway. Hitting over highway. And I did it one time and I feel like I lost my voice. I feel like, but yo, this goes hard. Come on now. Like, running on the runway. Burning on the highway. I gotta look at the lyrics for this. Looking for adventure. Whatever coming our way. Oh, that was bad. All right, guys, listen. Today we're gonna talk about Bitcoin, man. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. And also we're gonna talk about Ethereum. Okay? Party's over, boys. Party's over. Just kidding. We're just getting started, guys. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Gio, and every day I teach you guys why the market moves the way that it moves, okay? It's not enough to just look at these dots. How come I had this drawn out? Why do I have this drawn out before it happens? I teach you why the market moves the way that it does. So make sure you stick around. We're going to talk about Ethereum because uncommon situation where Ethereum is not exactly following Bitcoin. And you guys know, what do I say all day, baby? What do I say? All day. You guys missed the intro? Did you guys miss the intro? Should I hit y'all with the intro again? Loud and clear. Beautiful. I thought you guys should have seen the intro. Should have been there. Should have been there. Rocket. Yeah. Yo, I love rock, man. Anyways, listen, guys. We're going to start with Bitcoin. We're going to talk about Ethereum. Because you guys know, man, I say it all the time. Bitcoin and Ethereum work in tandem. And usually, okay, when Ethereum, honestly, usually when you can long Bitcoin, you can also long Ethereum. Like, usually. Okay? Obviously, not with the same stop loss and all that. You can't say, oh, okay, Bitcoin, I'm going to have a 0.2% stop loss, and Ethereum, I'm going to have the same. Because obviously, the wicks can be different. But generally speaking, the market will... Not the market will move the same. Bitcoin and Ethereum will move the same. Okay? Generally. However, as you can see, today is not the case. Okay? Today's not the case. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about if Ethereum is leading for Bitcoin. And we are going to answer the $1 trillion question right now. Which is the bear market if I can speak. It's been a long week, guys. If the bear market rally is over, or is it not? Is Santa Dunzo? Oh, why is my Siri talking to me? Is Santa here, or is the Grinch here to make it not a very Merry Christmas for all of us? We're gonna answer that today, guys. So let's start on Bakir. My goodness, my words today. I went out last night, man. Listen, give me some slack today. Okay, listen. Market move because of triangles and hexagons, bro. Actually, I'm making a video on this, and it's probably gonna get not so much, like, probably gonna get some hate, but anyways, that's fine. I'm cool with it. Okay, listen. Let's start with Bitcoin, okay? After we had this kind of whatever pump, let me go back to my regular music because this is kind of distracting. Kind of gotta be honest. Y'all know how I gotta be honest. You guys know how honest I am. Okay, so Not really much has happened since yesterday. Okay. Not really much. If you guys remember, which I'm sure all of you do, I have a video. I made a video to market Cipher. I made a video to Crypto Face. And I'm like, yo, you know, this is the high. I'll see you at 30K. Right? I got stopped out. Okay. I got stopped out. So that was very short lived. I got stopped out by literally, give or take like $100. Okay. I got stopped out by $100. Okay. And, that's okay, because if it still plays out from here, then I can tell Crypto Face, all right, man, fine. I didn't actually hit it, but I was right. I was just off by $100. And I think he'll still have me on the, on his channel. But let's talk locally, man. So not really much has happened besides that, okay? But this is a very significant wick, okay, for a couple of reasons. Right? It is a very significant wick. If we zoom out, here's our range, right? We have our high. We can extend this guy here. Right? We have our high. We have our low. Here's our low. Here's our high. And this, guys, I drew out on the Discord earlier this morning, okay? I drew this out in the Discord earlier this morning. If you're not in the Discord, if you're new here and you're not in the Discord, make sure you join. The link is in the description down below. It's completely free for you to join. And I give you guys my updates and such, okay? We're going to talk about the Ethereum updates and all that as well. Well, let's get into Bitcoin here real quick. Okay, so look. This wick is significant for a couple of reasons, okay? We are in macro resistance, okay? We are in macro resistance, which is something notable. Generally speaking, if you're looking at it in a macro point of view, we have quite a bit of resistance above us. We have some resistance below us. But generally speaking, below us looks a little frightening, because when we fall, which eventually we will, we may fall a pretty significant amount, okay? Now, with the context of us being in macro resistance, which we are, let's zoom in to this little mini local range that we've been putting in for the past, give or take, I don't know, week, couple weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. Okay? We kind of have this larger range, and then we have this mini range. We're going to zoom into the mini range first, because that's what's happening now. And then we're going to talk about the larger range here. So let's zoom into this little section right here. In this little section, you can see very clearly that Bitcoin hasn't really been doing much, okay? What do we know about ranges? We know that ranges are essentially developed to grab liquidity, okay? And this is why, excuse me, this is why when you have your ranges, okay? This is why when you have your ranges, they will eventually press the range. Like they'll take the high and then they'll take the low and then they'll take the high and then they'll take the low. And they'll essentially just expand it. And the reason that they do that, which we've talked about many, many times, is liquidity, right? Liquidity. If you have a range like this, what they do, right? So the range develops, we come up, we come down. Here's our range. They will take the high. And then when they take the high, we expand the range. And it's because everyone has their stop losses above the high, right? Very simple stuff. Okay. Then they take the low. And then usually they continue to range. Now, not every single range does this. Not every single time it needs to be the high first and then the low. But you understand the idea. Okay. So I did re-enter short. Okay. I did re-enter short. My boy can never tell a lie how often he's honest. I like this joke. We should stick with this joke. Rendell says we need the Grinch to bring back reality. Cycle says it's not time. So, okay, hear me out. So we pressed the high of the range already, right? We swept the liquidity. And really, okay, you could say I was well, not you could say, let's be objective. I was premature in my short because we didn't sweep any liquidity. Nonetheless, doesn't matter. The idea still remains the same. Now we swept liquidity. What do we know about ranges? And we say it all the time. When you take the high, you rotate to the low, then you rotate to the high, then you rotate to the low, etc. Okay? We swept the high. We still have not swept this low. And this seems to be a recurring narrative over the past little while. Right? Over the past little while, this seems to be a recurring narrative. Where Bitcoin does not sweep the liquidity to the low. All right. but I want to explain the significance of this range relative to the larger range. So I am short, okay? I'm also long, but I did short it. Once I saw this SFP, I shorted it. I put my stop above the high and I went to bed. And we're kind of just staggering around, okay? This 10-minute order block is a very important order block. And I actually do think that we can make our way up there. All right, I absolutely do think that we can make our way up there. But this is a very strong order block. And depending on what may happen next will determine how strong this 10-minute order block is, okay? And we're going to talk about it. Why am I leaning a little bit more? I don't want to say I'm bullish. I don't want to say I'm bearish. I am objective. And we know that on the higher term time frames, like the daily, this doesn't really look that bearish, okay? On the daily, it doesn't look bearish, right? Let's say this. I am not as bullish as everybody else is on YouTube, right? Everybody's making the thumbnails. Like CryptoFace went long yesterday or 2 days ago. Everybody's making the, everyone's making the thumbnails. Bitcoin at 50K, Bitcoin at 50K, you know, whatever. The narrative lately has been to buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, okay? So this was our little local range up here. Let's come to the 2 hours so we can see it nice and clear. This was our little 2 hour time frame, okay? Or sorry, this was our little range here. Now let's look at the context of this larger range, and specifically, I'm spitting all over you guys, I'm sorry. And specifically, the high that we put in, okay? The yearly high that we put in at 447, whatever it is, 44769, was the first time in a long time that locally we had money flow divergences over time, as well as locally we had very strong indications that price was going to come down, okay? We had money flow, a nice curvature money flow wave, while we have a nice fat green vector to the upside, taking the high once again, taking the previous high, SFPing it on higher term time frame, like a 3 hour or 4 hour. Okay, so we have money flow coming down. We have momentum waves coming down over time while hitting our macro resistance, right? This blue box is our macro resistance for the first time. Okay? So this historically is a very strong top signal, okay? Especially when you're getting these signs on high time frames. Look at the money flow over time. Despite it getting relatively thick on this last push up, right? Look at how the money flow is coming down over time. Okay, it's still coming down over time. It's still diverging. It's been diverging, okay? While coming into macro resistance. Now, I'm not saying we're going down. I'll get there. But I'm just building the narrative because every day I teach you guys how to build a narrative. So, if we have these strong signals that this is a strong high, okay, then it's safe to assume that this is going to, when we have those market cipher signals, I don't want to say it's safe to assume. Nothing is guaranteed, as we know. Like, anybody that's been trying to short for the past 2 months got a little bit wrecked. But if we are assuming that this is the high, then we would expect quite a bit of manipulation to follow. Okay, and obviously we're not expecting to take the high again if this is the high. Okay, so this is your context in a grander scheme of things. We do have the bear signals at macro resistance at this level that can give us a pretty decent correction. Essentially was my whole reason in getting in that tangent. Okay, now let's look at this little section. Forget the high. Okay, after we had the high, we dumped and we continued to range. Bitcoin lately has been obsessed with ranging. Okay, absolutely been obsessed with ranging. All we do is we pump, we range, we pump, we range, we pump, we range. We dump, we buy it back, and then we range. We dump, we buy it back, and then we range. This is the first time in 2 months that Bitcoin has dumped. It got bought back up, and then we actually came back to tap the wick again. I mean, we didn't actually take the wick, but for the first time in 2 months, really, we had a dump, buyback every single time. Dump, buyback every single time, and then we just continued higher, right? Dump, buyback, continued higher. Dump, buyback. Yeah, we retraced a little bit, but we continued higher. We didn't take the wick again. Okay? Really, for the first time in the last 2 months. And so when you're saying that And for the first time ever in 2 months, we dump, we buy back, but we come back here, we consolidate a little bit, and now we're in this sideways range. It is definitely a shift in momentum, okay? Not necessarily saying that it's shifting to the downside, but you can see very clearly that the momentum has slowed down, right? When we pumped here and then we started to range, that is momentum slowing down. Yeah, we continued up, cool, but momentum slowed down, okay? When you pump and then you start to range, that is momentum slowing down. Now, the last thing we want to talk about here is our little range here relative to this previous range, okay? We have our larger range at the bottom, and then we have this little mini range on top. Now, guys, do not quote me on this. I am not the best at what I'm about to teach you. Not teach you, what I'm about to tell you. I am not the best at it. I am 100% admitting it. Okay, and perhaps somebody in the Discord can further explain it to me. Because I'm not great with it, and I need to learn it still. But there is something in when it comes to like market structure, or like, I don't know if it's Elliott waves or whatever, where you are ranging, okay? Again, don't quote me on it, but where you're ranging like this, and then you have a manipulation zone, which could be considered here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this pattern. Again, I'm not great with it, but it is how it is, okay? So this is our range, then it breaks above the range, starts to consolidate, starts to grab orders, inducing everybody to go long, right? Incentivizing them to go long, making you think, okay, yeah, we're holding support. We're going to get ready for the next leg up, to then have our correction, okay? And then it usually breaks below that point. So this one will make doesn't matter the color, something like that, okay? So usually, again, I don't know the name of this, and I apologize. I'm not the best with it, so don't quote me on this. But I am aware that this is a thing. Okay, this is a thing. So we need to be prepared for potentially a pullback. I'm not saying it's coming. I'm not saying we can't go higher. But we need to be prepared. And I'm just saying that I identified the way that this kind of looks. Yeah, distribution. Okay, we have like our range, then we have our manipulation, then we have our distribution. Thank you, Mr. Igor, sir. My boy, my Canadian brother. Okay, so when you are looking, I'm just building the narrative, right? We're just building the narrative. So we need to be aware of what's going on in our macro areas, okay? So that's the bearish scenario. The bearish scenario is the high is already put in, okay? And yesterday's wick was the last like attempt at this manipulation range to then distribute to the downside, okay? This is a strong 10-minute order block. Why? Because it did a few things. It swept liquidity, okay? It swept liquidity. It had a harsh rejection while we are still in our macro supply. While we're still in our macro supply zone, okay? It swept liquidity, and within the context of what I just said, it is in our manipulation range, okay? So you would expect things like this to happen at this range. Every single buddy, everyone right now is doing as follows. Everyone's doing this, okay? If you go to the 1 hour, doesn't matter the time frame, right? And you get your Fibonacci tool, everyone's doing this. Everyone's pulling from the high to the low, right? Everyone, remember, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip mode, okay? Oh, we're above our 786. We're probably coming for the high. And to be honest, it could easily fool you, because remember, this is our manipulation range. If what I drew in terms of, you know, your range, your manipulation, and then your distribution, okay? So it all makes sense. They are supposed to induce you into thinking that we're going to go higher, right? That's what the game is. And everyone's saying, all right, look, we're holding value area high. We're holding we haven't taken any liquidity to the previous low, just like we haven't this whole way up. So we must be continuing to go higher, right? But people don't see the zones that we have here, right? People don't know that this is macro resistance. Some people obviously do, but some people don't, right? Anyway, so we're just building the narrative, okay? So locally here, if Bitcoin decides that it wants to continue to the downside, sweep the low that we had overnight and take this low, this is a very important low, which is why I have an alert here. If we start to close candles below this low, okay, if we start to close candles below this low, then this becomes a very strong order block, okay? I don't even know if we're going to make it back up there if we start to close below this low. And the reason why is because if we start to close below this low, the confidence in the market will go out absolutely out of the toilet, and potentially we could just have a massive correction, right? Especially because this low lines up perfectly with the range value area high. Okay, we have our value area high here. And so volume theory suggests that if we start to close and get accepted back within the value area high, then we are likely to make our way down to the point of control, in which case we have liquidity right beneath. So why would they come all the way here to not at least sweep this? If you sweep this, more stop losses get hit, which means price will probably make its way down to the value area low. Okay, and then we're talking potentially sweeping these lows that have also not been tapped. Okay, so that's the bearish side. Let's talk about the bullish scenario, because I don't want everyone to hate me for no reason. Okay, you guys gotta understand, we are traders. We day trade, we scalp, and we trade probabilities. Okay, we're based on probabilities. We're not just moon boys. We look at everything objectively. And so now let's look at the bullish scenario, okay? Let's talk about the bullish scenario. The bullish case is that on CVD, let's go higher term time frame, right? CVD is on high time frames bullish. Okay, come even higher. Right. You know what? It was more bullish before. I would still say it's bullish though. I would still say it's bullish. Let me show you why CVD is bullish, okay? So CVD, we have more from this point anyway. It's kind of not as bullish in this little range. I have to be honest. You guys know I gotta be honest. In this little range right here, in this little rectangle, it's not as bullish. It's not as bullish, but nonetheless, we could look at it from that point. It's only not as bullish because open interest is not increasing within this range. But if we take it a little bit more back, then we could say, you know, this is where you can use your subjectivity a little bit, right? You can use your discretion, and say, all right, open interest is increasing from this point. Short, more people, we have to take it from the same point. So more people are shorting, yet the price is not going down. So you could argue that this is bullish CVD, right? I would be a little bit more careful just because we know we may be in a manipulated area. And really, like from this point, because open interest isn't really increasing, right? It's not really increasing here. I would just be a little bit more cautious. So my apologies. I would actually say CVD is more neutral than bullish, but it is something to note, okay? But let's look at our bullish scenario. If everyone is shorting here, right, we are likely to have a short squeeze, and we are likely to tap into lower term time frame resistance within our larger term time frame order block. Okay, so what I mean by that is just above where we are by a few $100s, we have a nice 4-hour order block. Okay, and I should have an alert up here, but I don't know why I don't. All right, we should have a nice 4-hour. We have a nice 4-hour order block, and we also know that based on the last 2.5 months or so, give or take, 2.5 months or so, we know that Bitcoin hasn't really cared about the divergences. Bitcoin, like it, you know, and so what if it doesn't care again, which is possible, and it does something like this? It comes and takes the high one more time, and then goes down. Very much so a possibility. Why? How can we also build why it's a possibility? What do we know? Based on money flow. The thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences, okay? We did have a divergence now. We did have a divergence. And so, once again, there are no order blocks from the high to the wick that we put in. In other words, Bitcoin is free to go down. It can if it wants to. If it wants to come up and tap the 4-hour order block, it can. But all systems are go to send it lower if the market makers want to do that, right? But we need to know that the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences, right? And so we could get something like this, where we come up, tap the 4-hour order block, and then continue our move to the downside. Very much a possibility. What's the make or break point? If we start to close candles below this low, I would say like 10-minute candles. Let's say 10-minute or 15-minute. If we start to close 15-minute candles below this low, then this becomes a strong order block, and the chances of us taking this high that we put in overnight becomes significantly less. Okay? So, if we close below here, this becomes a very strong zone. Even stronger than it already is. If that starts to happen, right? You would expect this to happen. Man, look, I'm gonna be honest. Dude, you guys with this, I gotta be honest, man. I say this all the time, and I say, like, man, the liquidity thing is a huge deal, okay? Price cannot continue to go up forever. I'm not saying it's done going up, but it can't. And so, if you are bullish, okay, if you are bullish and you think the Santa rally is not over, you don't think the Grinch is around town this year for whatever reason, and you think that they're going to keep giving you free money, and you could be right. But if that's the case, you would actually want them to come and sweep this liquidity so that you could have a move to the upside, okay? So the bullish case, the really, like, the most important line right now is this 422 whatever, or 43243, okay? This is the most important line, because if we SFP it, then the previous high that was put in to make that SFP becomes a targeted high. And so all of a sudden, this becomes a lot more probable, this line. Which means if this line becomes the target, we're very likely to SFP the high, at least SFP the high. Like, at least tap the high, the yearly high, once again. Okay? Before we tap this line, we don't really have any clarity as to what may happen next. If we start to close below here, it could be the end of the show, guys. But if we SFP here, then we do have a high probability of tapping the yearly high. Now, there's a couple things to note about this SFP. Okay? We've been consolidating here for a while, and we know that this is a potentially manipulated zone to then follow through with our distribution. Very possible. And they do tricky things whenever this happens. It's tricky. Okay? We could SFP and not take the high because it's a tricky zone. We could close below and not take the high because it's a manipulated zone. So you just need to be careful. After we tap the low, we will analyze and see what happens. And then we have to analyze this high, okay? If we start to close candles above the high, then in my opinion, not only are we going to take the yearly high, but we're going to come to at least 45,081 to this 4-hour order block. But also, because the money flow is so thick on the daily and whatever else, we could find our way up to 46.5 to 47.2, okay? So it's completely contingent on what happens in this range, and we need to be paying attention to it, okay? Not only is this potentially a manipulated range, but we also have potentially, and I'm not great with this. I'm not great with this. I'm still learning it, but I am able to identify Wyckoff. And so this is our first tap. This is our second tap. And this would be potentially our third tap, especially if regardless whether we SFP or we close below this low, we have to tap this low. So if we tap the low, then we could be putting in a lower high to then make a lower low, okay? This is going to be in perfect alignment with the fact that A, they like to be tricky, and B, we have a strong order block here, and we have a nice red vector candle that likes to be recovered. What do we know about vector candles? If you're new here, you may not know, but if you're returning, you should know. Vector candles are liquidity, right? Vector candles are very good. Very good. We know the market makers are present when we see vector candles, right? And so that is a very much so a possibility. So what do I think might happen? I think we might SFP the low. We might SFP the low, hit this strong 10-minute, and then continue down, right? Manipulating people into thinking, okay, we're going to keep going higher because we SFP'd the low. I think that's very much so a possibility, but that's basically the narrative on Bitcoin. So right now, locally, the only two levels, you could draw your fibs, man. You could do this. I'm not saying this won't work. I'm not really going to look for order blocks within these order blocks. We already know this is the make or break zone, but you could draw your fibs. You could try to scalp it a little bit here and there. There's nothing wrong with that, right? This could be a little mini, a little mini Wyckoff. Like we have 1, 2, and then one more tap, and then we go higher, right? Very much so a possibility. So we don't need to come and take this low right now, and we don't need to come and attack this high right now. I would feel more strongly on this 10-minute order block once this low is tapped, okay? And especially if we close below it, it's even better, right? It's even better. So that's the narrative on Bitcoin. Uniswan says, what about the weekly dot? Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the weekly red dot. So the weekly, obviously, we have a red dot. All right. Historically, when we have a red dot, we fall a decent amount of percentage, right? 20% here. 20% here. This is not the biggest one, but... Oh, okay, I lied. 20% there. Right, so let's say on average, okay, on average, we'll say we have a 20% drop. On average. Sometimes it's more, obviously, in the bear market and whatever else. But on average, we do have a red dot, and we know that historically, when we have red dots, we could fall, give or take 20%, okay? So we have to keep that in mind as well. While we know we are in a weekly order block, okay? So the time frames are also lining up. We also, if you know anything about my channel, have a golden nugget here on the weekly time frame, okay? However, the money flow is relatively thick, okay? It's obviously the thickest in the green it's been in the last 2 years, we'll say, a year and a half, okay? So money flow is thick. But we do have a red dot, and the red dot is pretty high up, like it's above the 60 line. So that's a little bit concerning, right? But what do we know? What do we like think when we see this? Do we think we're gonna dump to all hell? No, not necessarily. But because really the momentum is to the upside, and you can see it, right? And so on the weekly time frame, and my next video is gonna teach you guys how to do this, or my approach to doing this with Market Cipher. But on the weekly time frame, especially if when this confirms, excuse me, it'll be very like Bitcoin has to pump a decent amount for it to not confirm in 2 days and 7 hours, okay? So it's very likely that it's going to confirm, and if and when it does, right, we can expect something like this potentially, right, where we just have another green dot here. Right, so this could turn into a green dot just like that on the weekly time frame. Very much so a possibility. And then we're gonna have continued momentum to the upside, right? We could have continued momentum to the upside if that happens. And you know, we got to look down on lower term time frames to see whether or not that's gonna play out, but we need to be aware of it. Now, coming down to the lower term time frames, the 2-day, for example, there's nothing bearish looking about the 2-day. Nothing. The only thing that you could say is slightly bearish about the 2-day time frame is that the VWAP was coming up at like this sharp angle, and then now it's like not as sharp of an angle. That's the only bearish thing that you could say about the 2-day time frame, and I wouldn't even say it's that significant. Okay, when you come to the daily, right, daily time frame also, and you got to remember, no matter what, you got to remember, the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. So the daily looks perfectly primed to take the high, right? You know how we built our bearish scenario and our bullish scenario? The daily time frame looks perfect to give us the divergence that we're potentially looking for. Remember, the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. So we can absolutely come back up and take the high based on the daily time frame. Let's jump down to the 12. The 12 is looking a little bit more bearish, right? Because we have money flow coming out, but we know the thicker the money flow, the more chance of divergences. But we also know that, right, money flow is relative to the time frame that you're looking on. And so the thicker the money flow, the more chance of divergences. You're going to hear me say that 10,000 times probably in your lifetime. But you can see this whole way. We'll draw it from here. It doesn't really matter. But money flow has been coming down this entire move up. Okay. And so although we're not having a local divergence, which would be better, to be honest, it would be better. We don't need to diverge again, right? We don't need to, because we've been diverging. Now, if we come up and we take the high, let's say today we come up and we take the high, and then this red dot prints, then we will also have a local bearish divergence on the 12-hour. And so when you're building your narrative, you kind of need to think like this, and you need to say, we're in a manipulated zone. We are due for a pullback, okay? Doesn't mean it has to come now, but we cannot be ignorant to it. We are due for a pullback. And say, all right, if we come up, the truth is, if we come up right now, it's more bearish than it is bullish. It's not bullish if we go up right now. It's more bearish. There's going to be more divergences, even more so than there already has, which is crazy. Okay. Let's talk about Ethereum. So Ethereum is kind of the same situation as Bitcoin, right? It's in a nice daily order block, right? And Ethereum, I gave this call out yesterday. The Discord link isn't working. It should be working, but here. Okay, there you go. Join there. Okay. So Ethereum, same situation as Bitcoin. We know that they like to move in tandem, right? But right now, Ethereum is not moving in tandem with Bitcoin. And so the way that we approach this is sometimes Bitcoin leads for Ethereum, and sometimes Ethereum leads for Bitcoin. And so what's happening right now is Ethereum is hitting its expectational order flow target. Okay, and these are 4-hour candles right now that we are struggling to close above this level right here. Okay, so if we're gonna follow our market structure on the 4-hour time frame, now this is confirmed. Okay, we can get rid of this SFP line, but this is our currently confirmed market structure, right? When you SFP the low, your target becomes the high that put that low, right? We have it here. So if you took that trade, which we gave in the Discord, and I was saying, guys, it could hit there, then congratulations. Last night, I saw, last night when we were coming up close to the high, this is exactly what I drew. This was a 30-minute time frame on Ethereum, and this is exactly what happened, right? This was the point where I updated it. This is the point I updated it at this high here. I drew that we were going to come into this order block. All I did was change the color. So this white one is this larger blue one. We tapped into it, and now we're getting our rejection. And on Market Cipher B, exactly what I drew would happen, happened. Okay? This link, Imuna, should be working. I just made a new one. It should work. This one definitely should work. I just made a new link for you guys. Okay, if there's any mods, if you guys can help and like look into that, because I don't know. Okay, so look, we know Ethereum could be leading for Bitcoin, right? And Ethereum's at a very important level as well, because now Ethereum just put in a new high, right? But it's SFPing the high, and just like we SFP'd the low, when you SFP the high, your target is the low. So we need to be paying attention to Ethereum, which will very likely give us the clue on what Bitcoin is going to do, because they usually work in tandem. Okay? So if Ethereum right now starts to close 4-hour candles above this line of 2338, then Ethereum, or then Bitcoin is very is likely to then go for its high, right? Because you got to look at where they are equivalent to each other. Ethereum is here, and the Bitcoin equivalence to where Ethereum is exactly where Bitcoin is right now, right? Like, I'll say this 4-hour order block is the equivalence of this 1 hour order block on Ethereum, right? Or even potentially higher, taking the high. I don't know if we're gonna take the high, but it is a potential. Okay, so we need to be paying attention to Ethereum. It works, sends me to your page. Yeah, it should work. It should work. I don't know if it's because you just created the Discord. I'm not quite sure. But if there's any mods in the chat, if you guys could maybe like send her a link or send him a link. Anyways, so we need to pay attention to the Ethereum. Okay, we got to pay attention to Ethereum, and I would be content with a 4-hour close. I would be. But as for how things stand currently, we tapped into the order block, and just like Bitcoin is in its higher term time frame order block, it can reject if it wants to. However, if it decides to take the high again, we do have a 1 hour order block relatively close to us, and we do have another SFP level on a smaller term time frame. Here we'll write low time frame SFP, right? We'll say low time frame SFP. So we know it doesn't hold as much significance, but it can still be a significant SFP. And so if Ethereum fails to close 4-hour candles above this high, even if it takes the high again and it doesn't close above this high or still doesn't close above this high, that is innately, if that's the right word, which I don't know if it is, a bearish sign. Okay, we are in order blocks there, and they work in tandem, and you just need to remember that. Okay, so it's very possible that just like I drew on Ethereum here overnight, it is very possible that once again on Ethereum, because the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences, and it's relatively thick, right? Relatively thick. So we know that it could do this again, and we could get, oh, whoops, I drew that absolutely horribly. It could do this one more time. For example, doesn't need to be one time, but it could do this. Tap into our order block, the 1 hour order block or the 5-hour order block, doesn't matter. Come up, give us another divergence, and then that could be the low. Could be the low for, or sorry, the high for Ethereum. And so we're going to say here right now, pay attention to ETH, BTC and ETH work in tandem, and we need to watch for the 4-hour close above, what was this high? So we're going to dump this line. We're going to draw a horizontal line at the previous high. We're going to make it white. We're going to say 4-hour SFP. Okay. So this is the level. Actually, we'll put in brackets as well. Must close above 4 to be bullish. Okay. And so this is how you build a narrative, guys. This is how you use Bitcoin and Ethereum in tandem. Okay. This is how you use Bitcoin and Ethereum in tandem. And so we do that, and we watch out for that. So this is a very important level. I'm going to set an alert here. 4-hour SFP level. Okay. That's exactly how you do it. And guys, if you are new here, make sure you join the Discord. And this section, which is my VIP section, is completely free for you to join. Okay. It is completely free for you to join. In order for you to join, however, you have to send my bot up here, Mr. GeoBot, the VIP code that I give you in every stream and every YouTube video. So what happens is whenever I stream or whenever I post a video, I purge you guys. So I delete everybody from VIP, and then you all need to send the VIP code to my GeoBot in order to have access to these levels. There's 2 reasons I do this. Number 1, it forces you to learn, because I teach you guys why the market moves that it does, and trust me, you'll become a lot better of a trader when you guys learn how to build a narrative, just as I did live for you between Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the second reason is, I gotta call a spade a spade. It is to manipulate my watch time, but nonetheless, I appreciate it, and it seems like my community, watches even if I don't ask them to watch. So those are the 2 reasons. And with that being said, let's actually do our VIP code right now, which I don't know what I'm gonna make it yet. So let's see. We're going to make the code 2328. Okay, that is gonna be your VIP code. Don't do it yet. I'll tell you when. Okay, go ahead. 2328 is your VIP code for this live stream. Go ahead and do that. And I give you guys updates throughout the whole, like, I update you guys like 10 times a day. Honestly, I give you guys video updates. I give you guys my exact levels. I tell you exactly what I think is going to happen, etc. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, chat. I've been talking for a hot minute. Hold on. Hold the absolute phone right now. Oh. So guys, every day I give you guys the sauce, as the New Yorkers say. And please do me a favor and like the stream if you haven't done so already. It is a free way to support me. And of course, I appreciate everybody that does so. So make sure to hit the like button. I got 83 people in here and only 30 likes. So either 50 of you don't have hands, fingers, knees, or toes, or eyes, or ears, or you don't like me, or you don't like my music, or you don't like my free narratives that I build for you, or all of the above, in which case I will super get offended. So do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button for me, and then I will perhaps look at your altcoins that you are interested in. Pepe's moving. What is Pepe doing? Oh, surprise, surprise. Pepe is rejecting from our 1 hour order block that I gave in advance in the VIP. Another reason for you guys to like the video. Like the stream for me. Shocker. I didn't have alerts here, but if I did, I probably would have taken this short position. I probably would have. Guys, I'm gonna stop talking until, because we got 80 people. I'm gonna stop talking until 60 likes. We're at 40 likes. I need 20 more likes. No more words until 60 likes. Give me 20 more, please, and thank you. And while I do that, since we're talking about supporting me for free, if you guys are looking for an exchange to trade on, Mexi is the cheapest in the game. It's my exchange of choice. 0.03% taker fee, 0% maker fee. If you don't know what that means, you shouldn't be trading. But if you do know what that means, then you know that you could trade for basically free. And we take many trades a days. Oh my goodness, my brain is just goofy today. We take many trades a day, and I give you guys the setups in advance, and I tell you how Market Cipher B is going to be looking as that time is happening, and I update the VIP literally all the time. So if you're looking for an exchange to trade on, and it's a free way to support me, just like hitting the like button, guys. 13 more likes, and I will keep talking. Until then, I'm gonna lubricate the pipes here. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? While we're waiting for those likes, we missed our party, so let's get our party going. Guys, if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're returning, you already know the game by now, baby. If I have helped provide you value in any way, I need you to help me show the newcomers that I've done so, okay? Don't take my word for it, guys. Let's get the newcomers. Let's show them. If I provided you value in any way, let's see those money bags in chat right now, baby. Let's get those money bags, money bags, money bags. Money bags, money bags. Chat, let's get alive right now. Let's wake up a little bit. Money, 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 money. Nah, we ain't missed anything, boy. Let's go. Oh, money bags, money bags, money bags. Money bags, money bags, money bags. Money.
Let's get money, mother. Get money. Let's get money, mother. Get money.
VIP code is not working.
Let's get money.
Money bags, money bags, money bag, money bag, money bag, money bag, money bag, money bag. Okay, so listen, it should be working. Other people are joining it. DM myself or DM one of the mods. Money bag, money bag, money bag, money bag, money bag, money bag, money bag.
Let's get money, motherfucker, get money.
Okay, guys, listen. Guys, this is the last stream before Christmas time, okay? Last stream before Christmas. If there's any time I need to see those money bags, it's right now. If I have helped provide you value in any way, please help me show your peers. I give everything for free. Let's get those money bags in the chat. I want to see the most. I want to see 100 money bags right now. Give me 100 of them. Smash the like button. Smash the like button.
Money. Let's get money, motherfucker, get money. Let's get money, let's get money.
Oh, guys.
Get money.
I know why. I know why you can't see it. Hold on, let me fix it. I know why. I know why. Yeah. That's my bad. That's my bad. Hold on. You guys keep sending the money bags. I'll fix it.
Let's get money. Let's
All right, you guys should be able to see it now. Go ahead now, you can see it. You should be able to see it now. Oh my days. Yeah, okay, you guys should be able to see it now. Let me know if you guys can see it now. You should be able to. Definitely should be able to see it now. All right, now you can. Christmas party, yes sir. Yes sir. Yeah, every time I purge you guys, I have to like redo the permissions. Damn, bro, I got y'all dancing for no reason. Let's go. Man, we got one more party still. We got another one that we're gonna do. All right, man. Let's come back real quick to BTC. Let's just look at market Cipher and then let's do some altcoins. So, I mean, look, there's not really much to say currently, right? By the way, let me just add volume. Guys, we're in weekend volume and we're in need to warm up some fire. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. So we're in holiday volume and we're in weekend volume, okay? So just be careful, okay? Be very careful. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, just understand that the entire planet is on holiday right now. And even those who don't celebrate Christmas are on holidays, right? Hence, happy holidays. But just be mindful that this is the one time a year, truly the only time of year, where the entire world is off, okay? So just be very careful. Be very careful for the next, like, 5 days. More, even. Honestly, until New Year's. Until January, like, 3rd. Be very careful. Just throwing that disclaimer out there. Because not everybody knows that. And especially if you're newer, you definitely didn't know that. And now you do. So, cool. All right, guys. We need 3 more likes, man. I need 3 more likes. I cannot do any more Any more TA until I get 3 more likes. You know what? I'm tired. I want to sit. Actually, I'm just going to stand. I tell you. Oh, I can't sing that song. I goofed. I almost sang it again. Turn this down a little bit. Okay. Okay, doggy coin you said you wanted? Doggy coin and SHIB. What are these lines? Why do I have... Oh, that range is done. Okay, so... Alright, so doggy coin bounced off of this 15-minute order block. Or was it a 1-hour order block? 10-minute order block? Yeah. Yeah, so doggy bounced off of this 10-minute order block. Okay. Right, bounced perfectly off of this 10-minute order block. Expectational order flow for the doggy coin is, if we're looking at market structure, doesn't take a rocket scientist. Let's get rid of that. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that market structure is down, up. I mean, really, it's actually down and then straight up here. Okay, and so this could be a higher low, right? This could be our higher low to then put in a higher high, right? And disclaimer, guys, you missed the code once, yeah, but I'm gonna give the code 2 more times. Disclaimer again, and I'm gonna say this for all the alts, and I say this every single time. As long as Bitcoin continues to go sideways and does nothing, then your alts may move. But if Bitcoin dumps, your alts will dump with it, okay? So just be careful. Be mindful of that, okay? This is our expectational order flow, however, for the doggy coin, right? For the doggy coin. And locally, right? This is local structure, 15-minute structure, 30-minute structure. This is kind of how we're looking, right? And so this is important. And I talked about the doggy coin before because our lows are kind of weird, okay? Doggy's a little bit different than the market because this is 15-minute structure. I'm not going to go lower than that, right? But doggy is Gio is not a Lil Nas X fan. I don't know why. Maybe it's like when this song comes on, Gio is not a Lil Nas X fan. All right. So doggy, it's weird. It's weird, okay? Because when you come on higher term time frames, and I went over this on the last stream, man. So, you know, go watch that one. I'm not going to go super in detail, but basically because we SFP'd this is a 6-hour low, we SFP'd this low, but our 8-hour low is down here. And so we SFP'd the, we SFP'd on the 6-hour, and technically speaking, this would be our target, which is why we have check marks the spot, right, on doggy coin, which is what we talked about. But we just need to be a little bit careful because the 8-hour SFP is down here. And if we start to close candles below this 6-hour SFP, then these order blocks may not necessarily hold and price is allowed to come all the way down to 0.07. Now that is quite a ways away, okay? It's 25% away. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but in the long term, we just need to be aware of these levels, okay? So let's actually put some alerts here. We need to be aware of them because if Bitcoin decides to give us a nice Grinch dump, if it does, then it wouldn't be impossible. Actually, let me say this. It wouldn't be unrealistic for Dogecoin to come and get this liquidity. That's the first time in like literally 2 years I've ever said Dogecoin. I always call it doggy coin. Anyway, it wouldn't be impossible, right? Especially to come and take these wicks as well. Like there's a lot of liquidity and we've been talking about it for a long time. So we just need to be aware, okay? And just be aware when you're trading your altcoins that a lot of liquidity, like you can get a big move down. We can have a 25%, a minus 25% day on the doggy coin. Don't think we can't. We absolutely can. So just keep that in mind, right? That's the higher term time frame stuff. Locally, I mean, we're just putting in higher highs and higher lows. So technically speaking, I mean, if we take this high, I see no reason that we're not going to come for this wick. Okay. So really for the doggy coin, your important levels are watching this high. Okay, you would just be watching this high and you could put an alert there. And if we start to close, let's say 1 hour candles, 30-minute candles above this high, then we can look for a pullback, right? It can go like that, get in at the next higher low, and then ride it up to here, right? Check marks the spot. So I'll put an alert on this line, right? I'll say doggy, local high, if close above, check marks the spot, boy. Okay, nothing else really notable. Let's say we want 1 hour close line. Okay, if the 1 hour closes above here, then I will look to long it. For now, I'm not in any longs, but also the doggy coin came down to mitigate this order block perfectly, right? And this was from a couple days ago. We covered this yesterday or 2 days ago or whenever I covered it, right? So nothing else really notable for the doggy coin. Nothing else really notable. Okay, let's do Solana. Or I'm not gonna do SHIB. I'm not gonna do SHIB. PASPA. Okay, we'll do Solana, and then yeah, I'm over that music. Let's move here. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm going to hit you with an ad. Okay. Okay, so Solana is absolutely following its expectational order flow. We already covered this, so we're not going to go over this. We gave this trade setup in the VIP. What is going on here? Oh, wow. Look how weird this looks. That looks so weird. I don't think I've ever seen green dot, red dot, green dot like in this fashion before. Anyway, so Solana basically completely ripped through its daily order block. And the next level is this 12-hour order block, okay? I'm personally not going to do any local stuff on Solana. Excuse me. I don't think it's worth it. Solana, obviously, we can see what Solana's been doing. And so you got to be really careful trying to short this thing, okay? I did take a short on it yesterday. And I took profit, and then actually, I think I'm still in it. But I took profit, and now I'm just chilling. So whatever. But I do think very much so that Solana can make its way up to 105. Right? Can make its way up to 105. Again, depending on Bitcoin, right? It kind of all depends on Bitcoin. Yeah. Right now, locally, super locally. Actually, that's not even a significant low. That one's not either. Okay, this is not the strongest low, but I'm still going to give you guys the scenario, right? We had a low, and now on like a 30-minute time frame. Nope, 1 hour. 1 hour, we SFP'd this low. It's not technically, I'm saying this right now, okay? It is not technically 1 hour structure based on the rules that I follow. Okay? So based on the rules that I follow, I do not draw market structure like this. I do not draw that. This is not a low. Okay? So this is actually your actual important 1 hour low, funny enough. Yeah, we could say this low. Let's be a little bit conservative. We'll say that's an important low to watch. But maybe on a smaller term time frame, again, this is not the strongest signal because this is not a low. But if you wanted to take I'm just going to give you the narrative. I would not trade this, but I'm just going to give it to you. That's technically an SFP. If that was valid market structure rules, which you can use your discretion. For me, it's not, but nonetheless, check marks the spot. We are at the high end of the daily order block, and we have very thick money flow. And we know that the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. And this is very thick money flow. Okay, this money flow like negated all other bear divs. We no longer have any bear divs with money flow on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, this is how thick the Solana money flow is. It's insane. So the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. I would absolutely not be surprised if we make our way up to 105. Here I will look to short. Nothing else really to say. For longs, I mean, you could try to get in on the next high or low. Right, you could follow 15-minute market structure and say, I'm just going to draw it from here. It doesn't really matter. Low, high. Oh, oops. Right, you could say low or low, high, low. And then higher, high. And perhaps this is our lower low. I don't know. Right, but this is your 15-minute structure currently as it stands. Actually from here. Right, that's your 15-minute structure. And so where could you long? I mean, we might have just missed it. Truthfully, we might have missed it. But if you believe it's going to go up, really this entire area is demand. Right, this whole box, this whole block is demand. Right, everything is going to keep going up. Okay, how do you join VIP? So, this is how it works. Basically, after every video I post and every stream that I do, I purge you guys, okay? So I delete everybody from VIP. I remove everybody, right? And then I give you guys a VIP code, okay? In which case, you come to the VIP or you come to the Discord. Anywhere in the Discord, GeoBot is in every channel. You come to GeoBot and you send him the VIP code. For this video, the VIP code is 2328, okay? So you come here, you type 2328, 2328, you hit enter, and then you'll get this message. Geo's been granted, or you've been granted to Geo's private channel, okay? Couple things you need to know. If your DMs are not open for users in your, for mutual users in, oh my goodness. To users in mutual servers, you need to have that on. So go to settings, go to privacy and safety, and then allow direct messages from your server members. Okay, that needs to be on. If you do not want to get purged, you know, once a day or twice a day, even sometimes I purge you guys, then you can pay for my VIP. It's $13 a month. And then you no longer need to DM my bot the code. Essentially. Guys, listen, you know what time it is, man. You guys know, I'm sorry. I gotta do it every day, man. Every day. So I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes. Drop some emojis on what I'm about to do. And I'll actually probably be faster than 5 minutes. If you know, you know. I'm the most efficient in the world. But I'll be back in a couple minutes here. Drop some emojis on what you guys think I'm gonna do. And I mean, come on. You guys know by now. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so. And I will be right back. And actually, I'll give you guys something to listen to. Be right back.
Reaching
Was that the all-time record? Was that the all-time record or what? Crazy, crazy. BTC. Anyway, yeah, that's Solana. Let's check what Bitcoin's doing right now. All right, so Bitcoin, when we came to this low in the VIP, excuse me. Where is it? I thought I gave this. I gave this somewhere where I did this. Where I did that, and then up. Anyway. So Bitcoin right now, we had divs, right? We had divs at the low, and we know that we have vectors up here, right? So we know that price can come up here because vectors represent market maker activity. This guy actually timed it. That is so funny. But yeah, we know that they can make their way up there. Are they going to? I don't know. Let's follow the market structure on lower time frames here. Okay, we're on the 5-minute. Let's follow our 5-minute market structure. We have low. We'll do it from here. It doesn't really matter. Low, high, lower, low. That is not a higher high. This is our higher high. And then we have lower low again. So we're really tripping up here. So this is the high that we need to watch for. Okay, there's your 5-minute high. Why is it like default like this? How do I make the default good? Okay, so this is your 5-minute high that you need to watch for. Nothing else matters in terms of the upside aside from closing 5-minute candles here. And I want to see significant closes. Okay, I don't want to see a close like this and say that's a close. I want to see a close like this. Like, give me a significant close for me to consider this valid. Okay, if we SFP it, guess where you're coming? We're coming down to here again, in which case we're probably going to come for the low. Okay, because once again this move did not sweep liquidity, which Bitcoin has been loving to do, right? You're a pro Bitcoin. I'm just saying for everybody, not just for you. That's sick though. Trading Bitcoin is sick. This is how we... Okay, you guys want Caspa. Okay, so we're going to set an alert here on the 5-minute high. 5-min BTC high. So we're aware, right? It could do that easily. And we had the divs, right? We had the divs at the low. Right? We had money flow divs and momentum wave divs. So it is very possible. Dump incoming though for Bitcoin. Man, I hope so. Honestly, I do. We're overextended. If everyone wants to continue up, that's more bearish. But I mean, we gotta be objective with the charts, right? We gotta call a spade. We gotta be aware that it's just not going down, man. It's just not going down. Let's check. Into this 5-minute low as well, right? Five-min low. FM low. Bottom. Actually, let's save these. 5-min. Oh, we'll just make it low. Green dot coming on the 1 hour mean anything? Yeah, I mean, I would say so. We have hidden bull divs, right? We have hidden bull divs still. Like I said, man, Bitcoin does not want to go down and it does not know how to sweep any liquidity. So this is like 1 hour objectively is looking actually very bullish, right? Very, very bullish. But again, things can turn, man. Things can turn. These are the only two lines that matter right now. 43879 and 43433. Those are the only two that matter right now. Okay, let me do Caspa. Let's do Caspa. So okay, so Caspa just came and bounced off of this range-based supply. Or sorry, range-based demand. Right? We have range-based demand there. I mean, we have an 18-hour order block down here. So here we'll write range. Here we'll write 18-hour. So, okay, we tapped into the demand range, right? Into our demand range. So it doesn't actually need to come down for this 18-hour order block. We obviously have liquidity above us, and obviously if Bitcoin is gonna run, then so will Caspa, and your other alts will as well, right? Following our expectational order flow, it doesn't exactly matter where the next low is, but we'll just start it from here. High, low, higher high, and then this might be your higher low, right? This could be your higher low to then take it up to the next level, right? Very much a possibility. If the entire market's going to continue to move, if Bitcoin's going to continue to move up, then I would expect Caspa to follow. If Bitcoin does not decide to move up and it decides to come down, I would be paying attention to this 18-hour order block, because although we mitigated the range-based order block, we can still come for this 18-hour order block, right? We'll set an alert here, and we can look for longs coming out of this 18-hour order block. 18-hour OB, right? Very simple. Very, very simple. Let's see if it got, if it mitigated any other zones here. Any other price action, I should say. Where did we come down to? Oh, whatever. Okay, nothing on the 30. Let's go higher. Okay, maybe this. Maybe that. I don't know where it bounced, but we're about to find out. Perhaps it bounced off of there. Let's see. Oh, actually, it's right here it bounced off of. Okay, I can see it. Okay, let's see. 8 hour, no. 6 hour, no. 3 hour, no. 2 hour, no. 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 45. 45. Bounced off of the 45 order block right here. Right there. Yep. Okay, so that was your 45-minute order block that now got mitigated. So, I mean, look, it doesn't need to come down. It doesn't need to come down again. It did bounce off our order block here. I wish I was trading it. I would have seen it. But we had a nice 45-minute order block that it mitigated. And then here we have an 18-hour order block. Aside from that, like, everything could full send to the upside, right? It absolutely could. And daily time frame expectational order flow. I do not scalp these alts, so I'm not going to do scalp stuff, but daily expectational order flow is to come and take this high, right? If that's going to be your higher low. Higher low, yeah. If it's going to be your higher low. Is it going to be your higher low? Is a different story, right? It's a different story. Could be. We do have hidden bull divs, right? So it very well could be. But again, you got to pay attention to Bitcoin, right? You got to just pay attention to Bitcoin. Looking like it could give us a decent move, but it depends on Bitcoin. That's really all I got for you on Caspa. Aside from that, actually, this is the last thing I got for you on Caspa. On, let's say, 1 hour, 2 hour structure. We did have Doesn't matter where I draw this, but we had low, high, lower low, higher high. So we flipped bullish, and then we put in a low. We made another higher high. And so this right now is our protected low. Okay. So technically speaking, price should not tap this level again. And price should be targeting up here on the 1 hour time frame, right? So if you long it, if you decide you want to long it, your stop loss goes beneath this low, right? And then you target that high. And that's basically Caspa. Am I going to take it? No. I'm not going to, personally, because I don't trade alts like that. Doesn't mean you can't take it. Doesn't mean it won't be successful. It just means that I'm not going to take it because I don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin, right? And if Bitcoin dumps, this could easily dump, right? But that's your local stuff on Caspa. Mara. Okay, let's do Mara. I don't know if I've ever even looked at Mara before. You mean Mana or Mara? I don't even know what Mara is. I don't know if you mean Mana. Do you mean Mana? Okay, let's do XRP while we're waiting for that answer. Okay. Man. This, like, not taking liquidity thing is getting so old. All right, let's talk XRP. So, XRP, we actually did the other day. Right, we did XRP the other day. I mean, XRP put in lower lows because we had that huge rally back in June. So it doesn't look as good, right? It doesn't look as good, but we have a nice 6 hour order block above here, and on local time frames, right? If we come to like okay, so local structure, not like local, but like not daily structure, is down, up, and then we put in the lower low, but we SFP'd it, and so expectational order flow is to come for the high, right? So that is potentially a target, right? It depends on what happens up here, and it depends on what happens in this order block. I would imagine that if XRP makes its way up, closes, let's say 2 hour, 4 hour, let's say 4 hour candles above this level, 644, whatever, then we're very likely to come up to here. And I actually believe that when we close candles, we'll probably get a nice green vector candle into this order block. If we pass this order block, then we're coming for the high. Very simple, right? So I have alerts there. Very simple, though. I will be looking for shorts here. Again, it depends on what Bitcoin's doing, right? It just completely depends on what Bitcoin's doing. But I will be looking for shorts. We also have some kind of order block down here. Don't know what it is. I'm not too concerned about it, and I'm not putting so much weight behind it anymore. I mean, no, that's not true. It could play out. It could play out. Right, so I got an alert down there as well. I'm not longing from here, but, I mean, very simple. Very simple. Mara is a stock. Oh, Marathon Holdings. All right. Let's check Mara the stock. Okay, Mara the stock. Okay, we're in weekly we're in a monthly order block. Okay, we're in a monthly order block. We got thick money flow, man. The thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. It's kind of also been ignoring divergences. I would expect, for me, in my opinion, no shorts until we come into this daily order block or 2-day order block. So 27.33 to 29. Let's say 27 to 30, just for easy numbers' sake, right? So we could get something like this, right? This could happen. Where's my marker? Right? We could get this. We could get down, up, down, right? Down, up, down, and then that could be your short. Let's look at the market cipher B. So market cipher still on the daily time frame, man, is looking super bullish. Right? We have very thick money flow. 2 days looking less bullish, but based on the 1 day, it is pretty bullish. However, we are potentially printing a bearish divergence with the momentum waves on the daily time frame. And so obviously there's a couple days in which like this will take a couple days to play out. But if this stock Mara makes its way up to the 2-day order block and starts to consolidate here, then this 2-day or daily red dot will print, giving you the divergence. And when money flow is thick like this, on the daily time frame, and this actually remains the same with Bitcoin currently as well, you could look for a trade. Like, I'm gonna make a video of this probably today actually, but basically when market structure does this, and when market cipher B looks the way that it does here, you're basically trading from the top to the higher low to then the higher high. Because what will happen is, and again, I'm gonna have a whole video on it, but the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. And so if you get this and then you get the next one, especially when the next one, if money flow starts making its way down, then you have a money flow and momentum wave divergence, which at that point, that's when you're here in the chart, and that's when you come in for the lower low. Right? That's it. Definitely no longs here. I mean, I don't know, calls or puts or whatever. Calls. Definitely no calls here. For me, in my opinion anyway. We're definitely going to come up to the 2-day order block. And I actually very much so expect this 2-day order block to be respected. It's a pretty strong order block, I would say. But definitely no shorts here. Definitely. Right, we're starting to get the divergences with the money flow on the lower term time frames, which could perhaps suggest that, okay, we're going to clip here on the 1. We're going to clip on the 2. Right, we might, remember, the thicker the money flow, the more chance of divergences. We've been diverging the whole time. What if we get one more, consolidate here a little bit, and then come down for the higher low on the daily or whatever time frame, and then continue to move up, right? Definitely a possibility. Theo, the stock trader. You know what's funny? So yesterday, shouts out Cam if you're in here. Yesterday I was talking to my boy, and he was teaching me about like options and calls and puts, and like I'm thinking about it, man. I'm thinking, because sometimes crypto's so boring, and so I don't know. I kind of want to like flirt with Forex a little bit, which I've been saying for like 4 months, but I kind of want to flirt with like calls and puts and options and you know whatever else. Right? I can do TA relatively quick at this point, and I wouldn't be like super scalping Bitcoin, right? Like I do very extensive TA on Bitcoin because it's the main, and I'll do very extensive TA on like on Bitcoin on my mains, which is like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, ADA, and like Dogecoin. Like those are probably my top 5. So I will do extensive TA on those. But for like, you know, these different stocks, I could just do it on anything. You know, I can literally do it on anything. Let's actually go back to that. I'm gonna put an alert. Maybe this will be my first call that I take. Set an alert here. We'll write 2-day OB. Watch for puts. Haha. I'm a stock trader now, boy. Yeah, so I mean that's that. Options are better than Forex. It's up 600%. Damn. All right, guys, listen. How long we've been streaming, man? I got like, I don't want to say low energy, but I went out last night. I drank last night. And chat's kind of dead. So should we be woken up right now? Should we wake up the chat? You guys know how I'm gonna wake up the chat. Is it time? Guys, if you're new here, welcome. Man, my voice has been like, I haven't been screaming. It's been nice. But listen, if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're new here, actually, sorry, if you're returning, I need your help. We got to show the newcomers the value that I provide. Okay, I give you guys everything for free, with exception to my boot camps. Everything else is for free. So it is time, baby. If you have gotten any value from me, or I've made your life even 1% better, please show some love. Let's get those fire emojis in the chat right now. Fire emojis, fire emojis.
And he makes you
Fire
feel
emojis,
like
fire
you
emojis.
should. And all your friends say he's the one. His love for you is true. But does he know you call me when he sleeps? But does he know that it's just that you keep? But does he know your heart?
How about fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis, fire emojis. Welcome, bro, welcome.
Does he know the reason that you cry? Oh, tell me, does he know where your heart lies? Where it truly lies.
All right, guys, let's get the energy. Let's keep the energy up right now. I want to see 100 fire emojis. Let me see 100.
With him, 'cause he seems like he's good for you, and he makes you feel like you
Want me to
should.
dance?
And all your friends say he's the one. His love for you
Fire emojis,
is
baby.
true.
Let me see you.
But does he know they'll call me when he sleeps? But does he know the pictures that you keep? Does he know the reason that you cry? Oh, tell me, does he know where your heart lies? Where it truly lies.
Yeah. Let's go.
Does he know the reason that you cry? Oh, tell me, does he know where your heart lies?
Oh man, that is fun. That is fun. Guys, I love Christmas and I'm kind of looking forward for it to end though, because wearing this hat, I'm so freaking itchy, man. So freaking itchy, man. All right. Brandon is in the chat. What's up, brother? How are you? Yo, did you guys decide what you're doing for the competition yet or what? Charts are a snooze fest. I agree. All right, so Ethereum is getting its bump on. Let's see what happens at these highs again, man. And let's follow BTCZ, baby. Big snooze fest, bruv. Big snooze fest. EOS. EOS? All right. Let's do EOS. Ah! EOS. But does he know you call me? All right, well. This looks pretty bullish. Okay. So, okay. Let's look at the trend, right? Let's look at the trend. By the way, Bitcoin trader, welcome. Let's look at the trend, man. Let's look at the trend. Every single coin is in resistance. Okay? Every single coin is in resistance and every single coin is overextended. Just putting that out there. EOS doesn't, it's looking like it hasn't really performed that well. Yeah. EOS is kind of lagging. Kind of lagging here. Okay, so okay, so EOS right now, we're actually rejecting exactly from our 12-hour order block, right? Exactly from the 12-hour order block. So assuming this is going to be the high, remember, we're going through the remember, we have to look at every single coin with the idea of Bitcoin in mind, right? We don't know if Bitcoin's going to pump. We don't know if Bitcoin's going to dump. So if Bitcoin's going to dump, then so will all of your coins, right? Right now, EOS did mitigate its last order block in this larger range, okay? In this larger 2-day order block zone, okay? It mitigated it, meaning it doesn't need to come back up, okay? It doesn't have to. It can. It does not have to. And so, with that in mind, right, we have money flow divergence on the 4-hour time frame, which ain't no joke. We got momentum wave divergence, which ain't no joke. We're in macro resistance like every single other coin is, which is perfect confluence. The ES is at its all-time high, which we'll call macro resistance as well, right? Did it still SFP it? Yeah, I mean, it's there. It's there. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but the ES hit its all-time high, okay? It's currently fighting its order block, right? The ES had a 4-hour order block right here, which it just came to mitigate. So ES is in resistance. Bitcoin is in resistance. Every other alt is in resistance. What was the coin we were doing? EOS. So you just got to be careful. You just got to be careful. Okay, we do have a pink vector candle indicating that perhaps we're going to make our way back up there. We already established that on higher term time frames, EOS, I mean, looks pretty good, right? So we could get a retracement from here. We got to watch Bitcoin. Now, if we don't get a retracement from here, this is a bunch of liquidity, right? That's a bunch of liquidity. And here's our next daily order block is up here, okay? We also know that EOS relative to its altcoin counterparts hasn't really moved, right? It hasn't really moved that much. And so, that being said, it is not impossible for EOS to break its order block, right? We also have liquidity above here. Break its order block and shoot its way up to here, okay? Which is another 40% move to the upside, right? Everything that happens, we need to just remember that is through the lens of Bitcoin, okay? This is non-negotiable. Let me see if I'm missing any other order blocks. Okay, we also have a weekly order block. This is a weekly order block. Okay? Nothing really else to say. Market structure is definitely in favor of oh, actually I lied. Guys, I lied to you. Market structure on higher term time frame is actually, so okay, 8-hour structure. We'll just say from this low is low, high. Oh man, why do I keep doing that? So 8-hour structure is low, high, higher low, and now higher high. Okay, but what do we know? This is an SFP, so actually it's not really in favor. This is like, again, it all depends on Bitcoin, right? Everything depends on Bitcoin. But this here is an SFP, confirmed SFP on the 8-hour time frame. Same with the 12, same on the daily. I would say if today's daily candle closes below this low, it's very bearish, okay? 881. And so if that happens, then, you know, check marks the spot. Simple. Check marks the spot. And then that could lead to, like, you know, nice liquidity grab. A nice liquidity grab like that, right? So we could be targeting this low next. So I would do this. I would set a line here. I'd be paying attention to that. Set an alert. We'd be watching this low here. Set an alert. And this is an SFP level. So I mean, I'll extend it. And I'll set an alert here. There you go. That's EOS. Once more, sing again. Man, we're getting alerts out the wazoo right now. Guys, I've been drinking this whole thing all day. So I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
In my heart, I'm 22, but I know that's not the truth. So I'll just dream beneath the stars. Remember what we used to do, hand in hand, just me and you. Those days just seem so far away. 'Cause time's moved on and I don't know where I wanna go. But no more looking back. There's one thing I still know. When you feel young and your world becomes what it's meant to be, what it's meant to be.
Gotta lose somebody just to find out you really love someone and know. Whoa. Okay. Man. Am I still in the CF challenge? I got stopped out, man. I got stopped out. I got stopped out by $100. But I went back short again. I went short again. Sorry, I'm short. But I'm schlong, man. I'm schlong. And if it happens, like, I'll just be like, yo, I missed. Okay, fine. I missed the top by $100. It'll still be like, dude, come on my channel. I'm going to force my way into his community. We for sure scare all the newcomers. Maybe, man. Maybe. Okay, DYDX. What? Okay, man. This is like... What are these coins? Like, what are these coins? I don't know how you guys know these coins. Okay, I'm gonna go quick on this one because I don't know what it is and like I'm kind of lazy now. La 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 la. All right, so we had a daily order block here. I'm not gonna go further than daily. We had a daily order block here, which we clearly broke. Okay, so it's not relevant to us anymore. We also had a bullish break in structure. This looks pretty bullish, to be honest. We got this high break of structure. High time frame stuff, okay? Daily break of structure, meaning that this entire range is our range-based supply. Okay, so we could write range OB. I need to make a new color for my range OBs. Let's make it red. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll write range OB. Okay, we got a nice range OB here. We definitely have order blocks here. For sure we do. Now everything I do is you. Where did we bounce from? This is our low. Yeah, right here. So we're bouncing off of our 12-hour order block. Okay, so here's our 12-hour order block. Do I like yellow? I need another color that's like nice to look at. Okay, whatever. Right, so we bounce off a 12-hour order block, expectational order flow. Not only do we have a bullish break of structure on very high time frames, but we are also respecting 12-hour structure. So this is actually looking pretty bullish to me. We got locally, we'll say locally, we have low, high, higher low, higher high. Potentially just put in our higher low for then our expected higher high. Okay, so that's what we would expect. Let's see if we missed any other order blocks here. Probably not. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Oh, we did actually. Okay, so this is notable. It's not the best order block. I don't really care too much about it. It's not very strong, but nonetheless it is one. 2 hours also, whatever. Yeah, okay, that's it. So I mean, it could come back for this. It could come back for here. But it's not a very strong order block. So we're gonna write like not very strong. So it's not very relevant. And so I mean, it has the green light to go up. Especially if we take I mean, we don't even obviously it's more bullish if we take this high, which I do probably believe that we're going to. Yeah, I would say it looks bullish. I would say that we could make our way up to the high again for this one, right? 30% move to the upside, 33% move to the upside. So I'll actually set an alert here, and then I will look to enter DXCDY 1 hour high. Look for OBs to long. Okay. So I'm not in right now, but I will look to for sure. Nothing else to say about this guy. I mean, I could analyze the market cipher as well, but go over market cipher. Yeah, this one definitely looks more bullish, I would say. For sure, more bullish. For sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, like, I think this is kind of an easy trade. Looks super bullish to me. Looks pretty good, man. Locally, maybe we'll have a pullback here. Locally, maybe we SFP it, right? Don't long it right now. We do have a lot of liquidity that we can come back down and retrace into. Again, guys, it's going to determine on Bitcoin, right? It's going to all depend on Bitcoin. It's going to all depend on Bitcoin. All right, let's talk about ETH real quick. Hey guys, I'm done with the alts, man. I'm done with the alts. Let's go to ETH. Let's do Bitcoin and ETH. So Ethereum is I would say Ethereum is not a short yet. I would want ETH to come and tap into here. I want ETH to come tap here. So we'll set alerts for ETH. Yeah, I like coming up. So basically the same thing I gave in the VIP, which is this here. Coming up and tapping into this order block, preferably into the 5-minute order block. That would be beautiful. I would say it's too soon for ETH to short. And ETH looking bullish means Bitcoin is probably going to follow it, right? So it's kind of bummy, but Bitcoin's, again, I don't know how Bitcoin doesn't take any lows ever. I don't know, but it is what it is. That's the game. We might have to close out our shorts. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's see what it does, man. Bitcoin looks bullish, man. 2 minute time frame looks bullish. We'll see what happens at this high. This is a very important high right now, which is why we obviously have alerts there. We'll see what happens. This is also an important high, but why would you pay attention to this high when you could just like look at that high? They're right next to each other. You did miss the VIP code, but I'll give it now. Again, your VIP code is 2328. 2328 is your VIP code. By the way, guys, I am not going to stream on Monday. Obviously, because it is Christmas. Just saying. And yeah. You loved how I sang the song? Sing again? Okay, let's do another one. Man, y'all got me losing my voice. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody. Yeah, let's do this guy. All right, man. Hear me out, guys. You know what I gotta ask for. Hearts in the chat, baby. Hearts in the chat. If I provided you value, let's get some hearts in the chat. You and
Go, and now I'm holding on. I guess you don't know what you got until it's gone. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody just to find out you really love someone and know. And I do, and I do, and I do.
Are you ready? Won't you dare look back? Just keep your eyes on me. Oh, Bitcoin is running, baby. Yeah, we gotta hold on. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody. You gotta lose somebody. You gotta lose somebody. You gotta lose somebody. Oh, Bitcoin is pumping. Bitcoin is pumping. Lose somebody.
So don't tell me it's too late. Hard to make to bend, baby. Please don't let
Heart emojis, baby, heart emojis.
Now you're moving on, and I don't know what to say.
Oh, won't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back.
I guess you don't know what you got.
Till it's gone. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody. Okay, guys, this is a very important close right now. Very important close.
And I do, yeah.
Oh, won't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. Shut up and dance with me.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta lose somebody. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody.
Sometimes you gotta lose somebody. Won't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said
Sometimes you gotta lose somebody. Don't tell me it's too late. Now you're moving on. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody.
here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. Man, if I could play copyrighted music, I would literally just be partying all day long, man. All day long. All right, man. Listen, we're going to tone it down, guys. We're going to tone it down. Let's get our fireplace going. Let's warm our frozen boots. Ooh. How's it going, guys? How's the sound right now? I think I want the music lower. I think I want the fire. Ooh, nice and toasty. Guys, how is the ratio right now? How's the ratio? This is a very important 5-minute close, by the way. If the 5-minute candle closes above this level, I'm going to close my shorts. Guys, how's the fire? Is it too hot? What's up, baby? What's up, baby? When is the giveaway stream going to be? Whenever these guys decide that they want to do it. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if all the people that won are in the group, if I'm being honest. I messaged them today. Oh, won't you dare look back. Yo, I gotta sit down. Okay, let's go down. Ready? Guys, last stream until Christmas time. I wonder if I could do copyright-free Christmas music. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Oh. Where's the chat right now? Why y'all sleeping? Guys, I'm gonna go soon, though. I am gonna go soon. Gary token. Guys, listen. I will do this. But you guys need to tell me where the hell you find these coins from. Answer this question. Where the hell do you find this? And then I will, thing. And then I will do it. Okay. While you are answering that question for me, the 15-minute closed above this level. The 30-minute closed above this level. Is it a new hour? It is not a new hour. It is not a new hour. Do we close the shorts? Probably. To be honest, we probably do. We probably do. So, where can we enter long? We're already long. This could actually get sucked up really quick. Let's close our shorts. We're going to close the shorts. If it goes down, it goes down. We're going to close the shorts. Goodbye, shorts. Okay. So, you guys like the Fireside stuff? He told you to win by default. Okay, look. So, I mean, the only reason I'm closing this short is because we could very quickly get sucked up to 44.2. I'm still going to look for shorts up here. We'll see how Market Cipher's looking at the time. By the way, if you don't know, I'm the #1 reader of Market Cipher on the planet. Just saying. Okay. Fireside chats are awesome. You are awesome, sir. Thank you. I think I'm gonna do this every stream. Like, we're gonna have a tone down period, cool off period. Because, man, I'm freaking screaming all day. You hear every day, even if it's in the middle of the night. So you gotta sleep when I go. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Where are you from? You find it from Kraken? Gary? Yeah, I'll get to that in a second, but let's just talk Bitcoin real quick because things are moving. So, you know, we have closed above. This is I would confirm this as a BOS. The only way that it's not confirmed, no, it's confirmed. This is a confirmed break of structure. So local structure is now bullish, right? I closed my shorts, sadly, but that's okay. It is what it is. It's the name of the game, right? Close my shorts. Maybe we get a pullback. This could get sucked up quick. It could. So be careful. If you're short and you think, nah, it's not going to get up there, it can, okay? It absolutely can. And it can get up there fast. We could be up there in like 30 seconds. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But if we get our retracement, technically speaking now, this entire thing is our range-based supply. Or sorry, range-based demand. I always mess up the words. Okay, so that's our range-based. I want to move this thing like back. Can I send this back? Send to back. Oh, that looks way better. Look at how it's like behind the candles now instead of on top of the candles. That looks way better. There has to be a way to do that in the settings. Bring to front. There has to be a way. Anyway. So yeah. This whole thing is our range-based demand. Do you have any order blocks? I mean, maybe this. No, this was already mitigated. I'm not even happy about this, to be honest with you. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Okay, perhaps this. Not crazy about it. But perhaps this guy. Maybe. Possibly. This guy is definitely better. So you know what we'll do? We'll just combine the two. It's so close. We'll just do this. We'll just do that. So this is the zone we're going to look to long. This is what we're going to look to long if we are granted with it. If we are not, then we're already long, so it doesn't matter. You are from a continent? Oh, from the Netherlands. What's up, Netherlands? Ned? Okay, let's come on a 15 second, that is. I mean, yo, this is crazy, guys. Bitcoin is so bullish, man. It's crazy. This is crazy. I really hope we can get a nice mitigation. We're not going to show... I mean, we're not longing. I'm not longing. You guys can. I'm not longing till at the very least we touch this red box. But preferably this box over here. Aside from that, I am not longing, man. I'm not going to do it. Not at all. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Check the 1 minute. Yeah, this looks like it could really get a fast pump right now to like 44.2. Like very fast right now. Longs get a free ride. Yeah. That's how it goes. That is how it goes, man. That's the game. Oh, won't you dare look back. Keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Man, why is copyright music so bad? Should you TP1 on the doggy? Is the doggy coin moving? Yeah, you should TP on doggy. I would. You could TP here. You could TP up here. And then you could TP the high. If you want to. Either way, this is a break of structure. So it's either going to be an SFP or we're going to come back and retrace. Like, not guaranteed, but we could come back and retrace and then get another higher high. So why not add more? That's kind of the exact same thing we're waiting on Bitcoin right now. Right? We're waiting for the exact same thing on BTCZ. So let's see what happens. Where was the high? This is the high. Hello, boss. You close your shorts, but it's okay. No worries. Time for blood soon. I agree, man. I agree. I 100% agree. And listen, the higher it goes, the higher I can short from. So I'm good. And I'm long anyway. Like, I don't care. Don't matter to me. Does not matter to me. Although, man, I really wish that we keep this low. Like, come on. Sweep something, man. Sweep something. Annoying. But that's the game. That is the game. Where's my, this guy? Yeah, that's the game. Let's see if we get this retracement. We'll probably have a golden pocket here too. Exactly where the order block is. Yep. Golden pocket is literally, if we are exactly where we are right now, maybe we come up a little bit more. Maybe we fill the gap and reject off of value area high. Very possible. Maybe we go boom. Come back here and then we take it up higher. But this is not as strong as a as an order block now. So we're going to remove the strong button. Strong word. And we'll see now. Right, we have nice confluence here. Do we have any daily levels? Where are our dailies? Okay, we just passed the daily. Let's pass the weekly. Psych levels are way below. Where are our naked dailies? We got any point of controls lately? Let's see. Let's check that real quick. My goodness, my chart is such a mess. No, we do not have any naked point of controls. No naked point of controls. Kind of just chilling, man. This range is brutal. Anyway. Anyways, let's go back to our thing here. Excuse me. Do I still hold any Doge? No, I have my Doge still. I sold my Solana. But I still have my doggy coin. The daily on the red dot on the daily is a concern, yeah. Can I take a look at Litecoin? Okay, Litecoin is beating its 1 hour order block. Litecoin's gonna go for the high. Easy. Why do I have... What is this line? Yeah, Litecoin's gonna go for the high. Easy. Nothing else to say about it. We're probably going to sweep all this liquidity. We're probably going to make our way up to here. And I actually was talking about this on yesterday's stream, I believe. We're probably... Litecoin's probably going to come up to 76. If it beats this daily order block, which is possible, depends on how much of a pump that Bitcoin might get, then I would expect this daily order block as well. And I got alerts at these levels. And we're going to be watching out for an SFP like this, essentially. Nothing else to say. There's a lot of liquidity above us. We have a nice fair value gap right here. Right? Nice fair value gap. So Litecoin's probably going to come up. Guys, do you like it better when I'm playing loud music and I'm screaming and jumping, or when we're chilling now? Complete switch up, eh? Crazy. All right, man. I'm not going to do any more alts, guys, because we got to get into this Bitcoin position. If I can add to it, I will add to it. Let's see. Let me know if you guys like the screaming version of me or the laid back, chill version of me. Where's my phone? I gotta pee. I'll be back. Okay. We could do both. Yeah, we could do both. You like the chilled version of me? What's the best way to make $100 a day of trading? The best way to make $100 a day in trading? Good night, bro. Good night, Trent. The best way to make $100 a day is to long or short, and then the price goes in the direction that you traded. That's the best way. Is don't be wrong. Oh man. What a lame ass answer. Just learn to trade Bitcoin and you can easily make it. Y'all like both? Cool, cool. Man, this is how I am. Like, yo, to be honest, okay, I gotta start shortening the streams, number one, because 2.5 hours is a commitment. Okay, I got things to do. Second of all, when I stream, yeah, VIP code is 2328. 2328. When I stream, I finish stream, I'm like, oh. and then I like don't make videos, man. So I gotta like cap myself. I'm gonna starting next week. I'm not streaming Monday because it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, by the way. None of that happy holiday bullshit. I'm gonna start capping myself at an hour and a half because I gotta make content. I gotta do other things. Do other things. So I mean, okay, we're right here, right? Bitcoin put in the higher high. Things flipped bullishly. Crazy. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And right now we're waiting for a retracement, preferably into the box. Preferably down here. Down here would be nice, and then we could long it from up here, or from down here. I'm not longing now. It could very easily, and I said this, it could very easily just shoot right up, right? Just shoot right up to this order block here, which we're going to be paying attention to. Very easily it can do that. 3 hours? Very easily it could do that. So be aware if you are short and expecting like, okay, I'll get out when it comes down. Doesn't have to. You don't have to do that. It doesn't have to come down. But if it does, we'll look to long it here, and I'll tell you guys if I long it. So best case right now, best case over the next like 15 minutes, it goes whoop, 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 whoop. Best case right there. Let's check lower. No divs, nothing really notable. Did we take any highs here? Yeah, nothing really notable, man. We got money coming out. We got price not coming down. So, nothing really notable. Bro, look at Beam. Man, you guys with these coins. Okay, I'm going to do Beam real quick. I don't want to do these coins. Is this a coin? Yeah. Do your Beam coin real quick. Dude, how am I supposed to look at this, bro? Yo, this coin has been alive for a month. How am I supposed to do this? Is this the one that I did like yesterday or 2 days ago? Dude, I don't know. I don't know. There's not enough data here. I have no idea. I wouldn't trade this. No way. Market Cipher looks like... I mean... We technically had a money flow and bull div. Money flow and momentum wave divergence here. If my trading view cooperates. So laggy. We had a bull div here. Right? Now we have continued money flow. So if I was going to guess, based on the way that the rest of the market looks as well, I would guess up. But this is not enough data, bro. I have no idea. The way that I would trade it, if I was going to trade it, which I'm not, is I would draw out my range. Right? We have our range. I would pull my fixed volume tool. And I would just play the range. It looks like it's going to come to the high of the range. But just remember, when you're at the low of the range, you rotate to the high. And then you rotate to the low. And then you rotate to the high. You know. Right. Low, high, low, high, low, high. Aside from that, I got nothing else for you, man. I'm sorry. This coin is not alive. Yo, you're a bit late. What's up, bro? You missed the whole stream. You're 2.5 hours late. And we're in this like kind of chill vibe right now. We're chilling out. But we're waiting to see if we can catch this trade together. On live together. Let's see. Did we take the high? We took the high. We got any bear divs now? No, we're probably going to come up to this order block. Let's see. We might, because we have momentum wave divs and money flow divs right now. We might get like the rejection now into the order block. Perhaps. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed. So just don't be stupid with it. But ideally, we would see something like... Oh, seriously? Ideally, we would see... Bro, my thing is so laggy, man. I gotta get off stream. Okay, I can't even do it. Can't even do it. Ideally, we would go down and then up. That's the best case scenario. That is best case scenario. You watch it from the beginning. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to move my positions over. All right. 1 minute time frame right now. We are getting the divs, right? We have the divs. Are the divs going to div, though, is the question. We also have the green vector candle that is implying that we may come down and recover those vectors. Let me actually move the chat over here. I'm going to move you guys there so I can see the chat like that. Oh, this is way easier. What the hell? So easy. Yo, I'm so gonna start putting the chat there. It's way easier. Anyway, all right. So yeah, I mean, like, fairly straightforward, right? When you have the divs and you have the momentum, or you have the vectors, right? So that's why we don't long the top, obviously. We'll see what happens now. It could keep running. I'm not saying it's not going to, but you know, for that little move to the downside, absolutely made sense. We're on the 1 minute time frame. Nothing crazy here. Bitcoin looks like it wants to go for it though. I would really like a pullback. If we get a pullback, I think it's more bullish. I would like a baby pullback. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Just down to like even just this high again. Like just come down $100, $200. And we might get it later, right? We did have the divs. Maybe we get a fast wick. Maybe we tap the value area high. Right? We might tap the value area high here. Right? But we just got to be careful because we could get sucked up really quick. Just got to be careful with it. Man, guys, I really, like, I know you're sending me these coins, but, like, we got to watch Bitcoin right now. We got to catch this trade. I don't want to miss, like, things could happen really quick. So I could look at these other coins, but it's so, like, it's tough right now. Gary, super tough right now. Man, I can't. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. I got to watch Bitcoin. We got to watch Bitcoin. Things could happen quick, so. I appreciate you, Rehards. I appreciate you, but I can't do alts right now. I can't. JDJP says you don't have a large account. You feel like trading Bitcoin doesn't even reward you on a small account. Well, if you know how to trade and you know how to trade well, you can use very high leverage. If you have the confidence of entering the market and you can put on very large position sizes, right? And so, like, for example, I'm waiting for this box zone, this white box. And so if I see what I want to see when we're in this white box, then I know that my invalidation for the white box is just beneath the white box. So I can 100x leverage, even if I have $100 or however large account you have. Right? We can do that. Man, AVAX is back up. I shorted AVAX from the exact top yesterday. Literally the exact top. I shorted AVAX. Like, look at my position on AVAX. This is the 1 minute. That's the 1 minute. That's my short on AVAX. That's still currently open. Right there. I shorted the exact top. All right, Bitcoin is running. Bitcoin got no chill, man. No chill. I really would have liked to have swept the lows first. Really, really, really would have liked to, really would have liked to sweep the low. Okay, fine. I'll do it. I'll do Gary. I'll do Gary. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I know you've been asking. Wait, what? Why am I back on Bitcoin? Gary. Oh, yeah. Kraken, right? Gary USD. Damn, man. These coins are like... These coins are no joke, bro. Hey, Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, it's such a big bottle. It's 1 gallon. 3.78 liters. I do liters. I'm in Canada. Bitcoin doesn't believe in sweeping the low. Yeah, for real. Okay, man, listen, I'm going to try to do Gary very quick for you, bro. This coin, like, this is crazy, okay? This is insane. Okay? This is not easy to trade. I don't know if technical analysis works on this. I have no idea, okay? So whatever I say, please take that with a grain of salt. Market Cipher looks bullish, right? Market Cipher definitely looks like it can come and take this wick. I'm not even going to do TA because I can't do TA. Bro, you can't even do TA on this. So Market Cipher looks bullish on the 18-hour, right? For 8-hour, we have bullish divergences, a few of them as well, with our momentum waves, right? Locally, we got bull divs. So, you know, 4-hour, we're starting to have that curvature to the upside. And there's a lot of liquidity right here. A lot of liquidity there. So they could make a run for the high again, for sure. Again, I'm sorry, I can't do like full TA because these coins, like, I don't, dude, there's not enough data currently. Man, that's honest to God all the best I got for you. I would say follow Bitcoin. This thing will do what Bitcoin does. Just like every other coin. But it looks bullish. It does look bullish. Like, at least locally. It does look bullish. Like, I think that it could have a pretty decent run up. Especially if it starts closing above this high. It'll probably come for this high, but realistically, it'll probably come for this high. But I don't know how this coin moves. If you're leverage trading, you got to be super careful with it. But it does objectively, I would say, look bullish. But again, everything's going to follow Bitcoin. And I've said that many times. That's all I got for you, bro. All I got for you, man. Just here, or just got here. What are the numbers? You want to enter my trade? I'm looking for this, bro. I'm looking for something like this. I want to get the retracement. So we broke bullishly. Market structure, we broke bullish. So we're waiting for the retracement now, which we could get sucked up first because we do have vectors here. But we're waiting for the retracement. Hopefully we come down to 43,750 to 43,650. So 650 to 750 is my favorite long, right? Something like this. Down and then higher high again is my favorite long. But technically it could come anywhere in this red box zone. The red box is from 438,880. So 430 to 880. So 430, 880, and then what I want is this guy here, which was 650 to 750. And then if market structure doesn't, if we don't see what we want to see on Market Cipher, and market structure flips against us, then we get out of the trade. But right now, locally, it did flip bullish, so we got to be aware of that. All right, JP says, appreciate your efforts, Gio, putting in the groundwork. I know it's frustrating going over the same thing, but hoping to see this channel go strength to strength. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. I don't know how long you've been here, but I definitely appreciate you. And man, we're just scratching the surface, man. I'm here to disrupt the space. I give everything for free. I'm not here to hide behind any paywalls or anything like everyone else is, right? Why? I don't need your money. I could take the market's money. So kind of my whole thing is providing free value. That's kind of what I've been doing from the beginning. The only thing I charge for are my boot camps because I give you guys time and I have to be, just like I'm fair to me, or sorry, just like I'm fair to you, I got to be fair to myself. And that's why, like, for example, the VIP codes, I still do it. Like, I don't open the VIP for everyone because I have to be fair to myself, right? I got to be fair to myself. Same kind of concept. But yeah, man, I appreciate the love, dude. If we hit the 10-minute order block, will that be a good signal for a giga short? I don't, like, right now, this is not the strongest order block anymore. It used to be stronger. It's not the strongest anymore because we didn't take the low, right? We had local market structure changes, but we didn't come and take this low. So it's not the strongest order block anymore. However, if we see what we want to see on Market Cipher, then I would say it's a possibility. But if we come up again, I would expect to, like, I mean, maybe we take the high. I don't really know, man. This is a very difficult zone, guys. Very difficult zone. Like, super hard. So maybe. It would depend on what market structure does. Like, okay, 15-minute time frame would look like this. Oh, whoops. 15 minute would look like this, right? It would look up and then down. But how do you get there? So, like, 5-minute structure would look like this. So if we have like 5-minute structure and then we get that change of structure, break of structure to the downside, then I will short it. Why not? Yeah. I definitely would short it. And again, like for me, and I've been saying this for a very long time, right? I've been saying it for a very, very long time. And I'm not going to sit here and say I told you so when it goes down, because I'm not going to, no, sorry. I'm not going to say I told you so. I'm going to say I told you so, but I'm not going to say that I nailed the top. Because I've been like worried since 38K. Okay, so I've been like a little bit more cautious, we'll call it. Right? You guys know I play the ranges and I build a narrative, and I'm just aware. I'm not a perma bull. I don't just say, yeah, 100%, we're going to the moon, buy every dip. I'm not stupid. So when we dump eventually, because the dump is inevitable, and whenever, it doesn't matter, if we go to 100K and then we dump down to 50K, then we still dumped, right? So when the inevitable dump happens, I'm not going to say, oh, I told you so, because I've been saying it from 38K, but I'm going to say like, yo, I told you so in the sense of like, there's going to be a retracement. Like everyone's on the, like in the clouds right now. Nobody is being objective right now. Nobody. Right? You got to be careful about, not nobody, but you know what I'm saying. Best way to make $100 in crypto daily is longing or shorting, and then trade geos. Oh, trade goes in your direction. Yeah. The best way to make $100 in crypto daily is longing or shorting, and then the trade goes in your direction. Yo, that is so funny, man. Honestly, guys, sometimes I crack myself up. Oh, man, that's jokes. All right, Bitcoin trader is short. Bitcoin trader. Yeah, so we're going to watch what happen. We're going to watch what happened now. I did very, very locally, sneakily take a short here. But I already took profit on it because market structure is bullish right now. So we'll see. I want to come a little bit lower. I am going to look to long. If we come down here, I will look to add to my long. What exchange am I using? Great question, my friend. Thank you very much for asking that. I don't mean to shill you, but it is what it is. Boom. If you are looking for an exchange to trade on, Mexi is the cheapest in fees. And it's the exchange that I use personally. It's the only exchange I use. I'm actually going to start using BingX, which I'm also affiliated with, but we're not talking about them today. Because I'm going to start trading Forex and stuff. But Mexi for crypto, 100%. 0.03% taker fee, 0% maker fee. If you don't know what that means, you shouldn't be trading. But if you do know what that means, then you know that it's basically free. And it's a free way for you to support me and my channel. And I very much thank you. And yeah, link is in the description. How long have we been streaming for? Okay. Listen, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes. We are... I'm capping it at 3 hours. If we hit 3 hours, I'm done. We're going home. We're going home, boys. Let's check our golden pocket. Let's see what retail sees. Man, my thing is starting to lag so hard, too. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so we're actually front running the golden pocket. And actually, so we have a pink vector candle on the 15-minute time frame, indicating that perhaps we're going to come back up and recover this, right? We got to follow the structure. We did just tap into the order block. So technically speaking, it is mitigated now. Let's come down to the lower term time frames. Oh, that could be your long right there. That literally could be your long right there. It could be. Not saying it is. It could be. We need to also be mindful that the thicker the money flow, the more chance of divergences. So we could get, if my Mac allows it, we could get one more down. We also, I'm eyeing this. I would feel better about coming a little bit lower. I want to come a little bit lower. The thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. We're also going to be front running this 1 minute green dot if we can come a little bit lower. But this might be it, guys. That could be the low right there. We have thick money flow. We got money flow divs, and we got momentum wave divs. Could be it. I'm not saying it is, but we have to be aware of this. So if you are at a long here, non-negotiable stop loss is $200 below, right? Unless we see this structure change. If we see this change, I mean, what's our structure right now on the one? No. This, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'm not gonna really put so much weight behind 15-second market structure. Like, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But this could be it. Let's check the 5-second. I've been digging the 15-second, guys. Honestly, this literally could be it. This could be it, guys. This could be it. Very well could be it right here. Wait, what's Solana doing? Is it running? Oh yeah, yeah. No, we've covered Sol. I know, agreed. Long-term Solana WTF. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Okay, let's see what happens here. I would like to come a little bit lower. No, I didn't do the Palau thing. I don't think that works anymore, bro. I don't think that works anymore. Thank you, Charant, for that, by the way. Yeah, I don't know if that works. I don't know if it works anymore. I don't really know. How many people do we got in here? Guys, if you haven't hit the like button already, please do so. We are chilling with our fireplace on. I kind of like this background music right now. I don't like it. Yeah, we can close all the other tabs here. Yeah, man, do me a solid. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can come a little bit lower. Oh, you're also in Canada? Nice. I just VPN, man. Just VPN it, you know? Just VPN it. Okay, let's see if we can get it. You know what I think I'm gonna do? Because I kind of like these chill sessions as well. I think when we're gonna look to take a trade together, I'm just gonna like stop the show and sit down and like, you know, focus. Yeah, Mexi is kind of laggy. But honestly, all of the exchanges like have that kind of thing, you know? All right, Bitcoin, let's see what you're gonna do. What's Ethereum doing? Ethereum is dumping? Ooh, that is not good. This is not good for Bitcoin. This is not good for Bitcoin that Ethereum is doing this. Not good for Bitcoin. So this gives us confluence now that Bitcoin's gonna at least come down to this white zone. Right? Which is what we want to see. We want to see that. I did short from the top, guys. I did short from up here. Just a scalp. Have not taken profit yet. Probably should. Probably should. All right, expectational order flow on the 5-minute time frame. Technically speaking, price can come all the way back down to the low. It's allowed to. Okay? It is allowed to. It can come all the way back down here. This is so laggy. Okay, I can't use my brush tool clearly. But technically, it's allowed to come all the way back down and then make another higher high. It's very much so allowed to do that. So just be aware of that. Okay, be aware of that. Which level are the CC? What's CC? These boxes? Is that what you're asking? Who told me it doesn't work? I don't know, bro. I think like I don't know. I think I like saw a video or something. I never really looked into it. I know it was a big thing when it first came out. I never really looked into it though. So I don't really know. Honestly, I don't really know. I could be completely wrong. I have no idea. I got no idea. I'm really liking this lower zone. I'm really liking down here. I really want to come down here. $43,500 would be nice. I agree. Honestly, taking the low would be nice. I would like to come down and take the low. That's my preferred. Like, Bitcoin is ridiculous lately. Oh, you got yours and you live in Canada? How much did you pay? It does on everything but Binance. Interesting. Interesting. Mara also pulling back with the markets. Well, Mara hit the zone, right? What did I remember? I told you. Let's come back to our Mara that we did. Right? We had it. We had the notification. We at this point, we were here when we were talking about it. I said no. What is it called? Puts. No puts yet. No shorts yet. Now we just tapped in and we mitigated this zone. So now it can go down. I got the notice on live on stream. Right, we got the notice for sure. Let's check the one. Let's see what the one's doing. All right, one's curling down. Okay, 15 second is giving us thick red money flow. We're probably going to come down a little bit. We are getting bull divs, but the thicker the money flow, the more chance of divergences. However, we are on the 15-second time frame, so we need to keep that into consideration. We also need to keep into consideration that the entire world is on buy the dip mode. And if you're scalping, I mean, and they consider this a dip, then there you go. But I mean, I'm not going to speak on that. I got no idea about that. Let's check the 5-second. I'm not crazy about the 5-second, although 5-second looks like it's probably going to go up. Right, we got money flow and momentum wave divs. Confluence with us having thick red money flow, but not actually coming down. Could be not necessarily a bad sign with our 1 minute green dot. So, I mean, it's going to sound like crazy, but it could be up, it could be down, you know? Yeah. VPN is mandatory. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to be honest. Too many people hating on Geo. Yo, I have been getting a lot of hate lately. It's okay. I got over it. But yeah, VPN is mandatory. You know what? To be honest, the past couple weeks have been not great with YouTube, because people have been kind of like I let's just say I've started getting threats, okay? And so it's a really big eye opener to like I need to have a VPN. I'll leave it at that. I'm too open and I'm too innocent to think that people won't harm me. And that's the truth of it. So I gotta be super careful, man. Gotta be very careful. When there starts a massive move, all the exchanges slow down their software. Yeah. 100%, dude. 100%. All the exchanges are scams. It's just which one is the least scam. And in my experience right now, the least scam is Mexi. And that's the truth. Okay, this might be it, man. This might be it. We're getting continued divs. Money flow and momentum wave. This might be it. We still have thick money flow on the 15, so I would probably wait a little bit on the 15-second before entering. You heard that the ID doesn't work anymore. Also, what VPN supplies a server from there with a dedicated IP? What address do I use from the nation state? I switch it up. I use like different states in the US. You are 40%, 150x short from 53 or from 43,980. 980. Where am I short from? I shorted also. I'm short from 950. So you beat me. Yeah, man, you guys, so like that message I left in the Discord, you know, I wasn't just being like sensitive about it. Like, man, yeah, things got pretty ugly. So all right, best case right now on the 15-second is this fast down, and here's your long, and then ride it up. That's the best case. If for longs, if you're expecting a long, that's the best case. Trolls, well, they will get their karma. I'm just gonna keep doing me, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. Takes forever to get in the mail. Bro, there was a great Sistema school in Toronto. What is that? I don't know what that is. What time frame is that red bait? Oh, this is a range-based order block. So here we had, without giving too much detail, we have a range, right? And we broke the range. So this is a range-based order block right now. Man, I would love the biggest dump possible right now. I would love it. I would love it. Everywhere I look, man, everyone is just like super bullish, like stupid bullish. I would love to have a decent pullback. Like, give us a nice 10%er. Ideally 25, 30%. It's so unsustainable. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. All right, so Bitcoin looks like it's making its way down, which I'm super in favor for. Super in favor for. Because we did short it. We did short it from the top there. Is the Asian session going to have another Friday night pump? I freaking hope not, bro. I hope not. No, you mean Palau ID? If one has an ID from there, don't you need to use a VPN? Oh, I have no clue. I have no clue. I got no idea. People always hate. Don't let them get into your head. You are doing a really good job, and everyone in the chat can confirm. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Rahard, sir. Yeah, man, it's crazy because I've never had this kind of exposure before, obviously. And it's so wild to me that, like, yo, to get threats, like, that's so excessive. Like, what am I doing that is so bad that's constituting threats? You know what I mean? Like, it's, come on. Okay, we don't need this red box anymore because we know this is demand. It's like, what am I doing that's that bad that you need to threaten me and you're making me concerned about my location? Like, that's crazy. It's actually crazy. Anyways, it is what it is. Okay, we're coming down to our order block here. Let's see if we can take this long, man. I would like to take this low. I would like to take the low. This is 15-second time frame, man. This is crazy. So, you know, nothing wild. Don't get aggressive with it. Don't get carried away. Okay? Don't get carried away. 1 minute structure is not really the best either. So best case scenario now would be for us to kind of consolidate here a little bit, come up a little bit, come down, put in a lower low, and then take the high. And then there's your break of structure. And then you could long it on this. You long there, and your stop loss goes there. Okay, now this could be it because we're in our order block, which we want to be in, right? This could be it now. I don't know. The question is, are we going to shoot here? I'm in a hedge. I'm hedged, so I think I'm going to shoot because I'm hedged. Bouncing off of VWAP. Oh, are we at VWAP? Let's check. Let's pull up our vivid waves. Where's VWAP? Where's my VWAP? Oh, okay, we're up. VWAP's above us. We're below VWAP. Interesting. All right, well, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. The ID works fine for like level 1. You took the long? Yeah, I took it too. Even CryptoFace is long. Man, CryptoFace is long, but CryptoFace like will allow for him to be in like 500k drawdown. Listen, I'm not saying he doesn't know how to use his own indicator, but like he doesn't scalp, right? I scalp. So I'm like, I put in a lot of money and like I have a clear invalidation. Like if we take this high, like I'm on a 15-second time frame. If we take this high, my stop loss is going below the low. My buddy was one of the last Westerners allowed to. Oh, true. BTC is tricky today. BTC's been tricky, bro. It's been tricky. This whole range sucks. Market makers are angry at you because I'm telling retail their secrets. Yo, retail's crazy. It's because I'm a Leafs fan. I'm not even a Leafs fan, dude. I'm like, I don't care. Honestly, I don't really care about sports. My like sports, for me, sports is UFC. I like UFC. But I'm not a huge sports guy. I'm more of a concert dude. I sing and stuff too, so you know. I might get out of this long, by the way. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe not. We'll see. A lot of psychos on the internet. Yeah, you're telling me. I'm helping people change lives. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Yeah, we have a golden pocket down here as well. I know. I agree with you. But I don't know, man. I don't know. 1 minute is like not looking the best. 1 minute's not looking the best. So I'm hedged, so I'm good. I'm chilling. I don't really care. But this is what we said, right? Best case would be coming down. Oh my, this freaking marker. Best case would be coming down, coming up, taking the low, and then coming up, and then there's your break of structure. And then that's where you can enter. That's the best case scenario. Yo, I gotta pee again, man. I gotta pee again. This freaking I crushed this whole thing. All right, baby, we're coming for the low. I came for the low. I can tell Crypto Face entry points that he doesn't look for the best entry. No, he just trades based on market cipher, which cool. Like there's no wrong with it. No wrong. That you could like, it's not wrong. There's no right. I mean, if you make money, then you're doing something right, right? But he can also sustain extreme amounts of drawdown. Like my heart will die if I have that kind of drawdown. If I look and I see that I'm down 700K, not that I even have 700K, but like I will freaking have a heart attack. I will die. I will die instantly. All right, so Bitcoin is coming down again. We're taking the low that I said I wanted to take, which is nice. 15-second is still not really giving us what we want to see. And 1 minute ain't looking all that groovy. 2 minute is starting to look a little bit more bearish now as well. But we do have thick money flow. And we do have vectors. I believe, yeah, we have a vector that we can come up and grab. So let's see. I really, guys, you have no idea how much I'm hoping that we come in and we take the low, man. Screw these freaking bulls. So annoying. These guys are so annoying. Anyway, so this is a good example of like, if you don't see what you want to see on market cipher, you don't trade it, you know? You don't trade it. Right now it's looking a little bit better on the 15-second. But still, based on the 1 is not great. 5-second looks really good. And we have the gold dot on Vivid Wave. So perhaps now this is it. Again, we can never know for certain. But, you know, this now actually, we might be getting close. For at least somewhat of a reaction here. Right? At least somewhat of a reaction. We'll see, though. We will see. Still not the best. Still not the best. Definitely not the best. But not the worst either. We have a blue vector candle as well. Indicating that things might be changing in terms of tick volume on the 1 minute time frame. Okay. And so, I mean, to be safe, I would probably just put the stop loss like here. Like 633 beneath that low. And then if we lose that low, then, you know, lower we go. Guys, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go pee. I'll go pee again. You were a roadie for 20 years. Damn. Big hug. Big hug to you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Man, I say it all the time. I really appreciate the support you guys, like, have given me. Y'all really came through for me that one day. I got super overwhelmed by, like, your kind messages. I'm like, damn, like, you know, it's easy to, like, get caught up in the bad. Man, I'm new to this. I've been doing YouTube for like 6 months, and then to have death threats, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway. Is what it is. Gio's bladder. If it'll break down, you'll go back in for the short. I'm still holding my short. I'm still holding my short. Gio's a sniper entry guy, while CryptoFace is a machine gun sprayer. Yeah. I do the snipe. Man, I do both. Sometimes I do shotgun entries also. Okay, I'll be back. How long Yo, it's been 3 hours, guys. Okay, listen. I'm gonna keep you guys updated in the VIP, so make sure you join. But it's been 3 hours. Like, I gotta go. Gio's gotta go, man. I gotta go. I will catch you guys. I'll update you guys as much as I can. Obviously, it's Christmas weekend. Everybody, have a Merry Christmas. No Happy Holidays bullshit. Merry Christmas to you and your families. I wish you all the best. Obviously, I'm still gonna be trading this weekend because with anticipation of getting a potential huge dump or pump, we can't miss that. So I'm still gonna be trading. I'm still gonna be updating you guys in the VIP. But this is where I leave you for now. I will see you. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. Things happen, man. That's how the internet works. But I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm not streaming Monday because it's Christmas again. But I'll see you guys in the VIP. And I'll give you guys updates. And I'm going to make a YouTube video. And, you know, I'm going to go chill out. Spend some time with the family. And I wish you guys all the best as well. Have a great weekend. Have a super, very, very Merry Christmas. And hopefully we can get some sniper entries this Christmas weekend. Code is 2328. 2328, 2328, 2328, 2328, 2328. Cool. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And as always, my outro is super fire, so make sure you stay for it. Peace out, guys.
Set my heart on fire.